All right. So yeah, today live review of the Rockstar Tropical Mango um caffeinated beverage. I just realized this has a whopping 65 milligrams of taurine. That is like so low. What the hell? Is that in all the Rockstars? They have like literally zero. Like a little can of Red Bull has 1,000 and this has 65. That's like not a real number. um yeah, of course it has all the goods in here. Even has your favorite sunset yellow food coloring. Tasty stuff. All right. And of course, we'll rate this at 100. 25 for aroma, 25 for palate, 25 for finish, 10 for texture, and 15 for my personal subjective experience. Hop. Hop the top. And of course, since we're dealing with Rockstar, they don't cheap out. They actually fucking put the food coloring in this. Oh my god, is that yellow. Okay, so we mentioned the other day about someone mentioned something about dehydrated piss. Okay. This is true. This is true dehydrated piss. Carbonation looks good. That's piss? You don't drink enough water. That's what I learned. Holy fuck. You know, if your piss is dehydrated, it's more colored, right? Not less colored. A well-hydrated piss is like pretty clear, you know? I've got appetizing words we're using right now. All right. Let's get this spinning, I suppose. We'll spin this right around. I'm almost surprised this thing still works considering it was made in China. Not bad. Not bad, random Chinese product. It smells very tropical. Pineapple's in there for sure. I actually don't know if I get mango. It does say tropical mango. I've been seeded with mango as a bias, but to me it's like just pineapple. I feel like I'm being wheeled into saying mango, but feels like it's almost just pineapple. The aroma's not great, actually. Like, it's a strong tropical fruit aroma, but let's rephrase that. It's not a strong, it's a clear tropical fruit aroma, but it's not that strong. Like, it's actually a little bit tame, surprisingly. I kind of expected a little bit stronger of a aroma. That's unfortunate. You can't blame artificial sweeteners on this either. This is, in fact, a overly fucking sugared beverage. There's a little bit of that, again, like, what do we call tropical rain scent? You know, when you get like a mountain fresh, tropical rain deodorant, or like a laundry detergent. Yeah, like pineapple, tropical rain, mango is fair. It's more pineapple than mango in my opinion, but mango's fair. Maybe even a bit of lemon. That being said, it's like we're having to dig in a little bit. It's not the like strongest of intensities. All right, Rockstar Tropical Mango on the palette. What is this guy linking me Spotify things for? What the hell? That's odd. Oh, that's kind of weird. So the expectation was pineapple and mango, and I'm getting a strawberry thing. There's like a strawberry thing going on. That ain't right. Is this the right beverage in the wrong color? It goes like strawberry in the mid palate to finish. That's so weird. Not sure if I like that. Streamer, your song request redemption seems broken. You mean the one I don't have? I very deliberately don't have one of those. The better meme is I actually don't even have Spotify Premium right now either. So I probably would end up with an ad if I clicked on that. You probably don't want an ad. Yes, I know. Archaic, isn't it? Yeah, I don't hate a little bit of lemon. A little bit citrus. Pineapple, mango. Tropical rain. Like lemon, maybe lime, like a little bit of like minor citrus elements. I feel like I get lime on the palate. And before that strawberry thing. There's something weird. There's something weird going on. Something happens where like after like the early mid palate, it kind of goes like weird, bright artificial strawberry note. And it's kind of like really odd. I don't know why that's there or why I'm tasting it like that. I'm gonna be looking at this can as if it's going to give me any kind of insight into the artificial flavors they put in this thing. So I really don't prefer this flavor profile. I'm going to be clear about that. Something in the light mid to back palate that's hitting me like strawberry. It's not my favorite thing. It just doesn't fit. I don't know why it's like that. It's got a good portion here for finish purposes. Yeah, same kind of thing. It's like initially you get that like tropical fruit, and then it gets into like this. It feels like it gets into like this weird strawberry note, and I wonder if that's something to do with like the caffeinated the energy cocktail components, like morphing the flavor or something. It just doesn't taste right. It tastes odd. And to me, it's kind of hitting like a artificial strawberry, but you might not experience it like that. It just hits kind of weird. Like it tastes like not unnatural. It tastes like not right. All right. Let's talk about the aroma. Again, aroma complexity, not bad. Intensity could use some work. Again, mostly pineapple, mango, tropical rain, some like light citrus elements. 17. And palate is pretty expressive. Not necessarily any off flavors on the palate. Like not kind of like artificial sweetener note or like bitter note or anything like that. Or like a gunky energy drink kind of note. But they do go kind of weird, and I won't like black mark the palate for like that random strawberry kind of note on the palate score, but my experience is suffering. That's for sure. It feels like it just. What do we say about whiskeys that don't like? It didn't work. It feels like it didn't work. Bro, good amount of lime on this. Are you live on Twitch? Oh yes, absolutely. Um, that's the coordination I'm used to from you. Again, those tropical fruit flavors, the like random lime citrus, a little bit louder that on that one time. Goes weird strawberry after the mid palate. Like it's not bad. We'll say 18 for the palate. Despite my personal preference for it. And again, the finish. Again, mostly like pineapple, like maybe a small amount of mango. Kind of lime is growing on me for this. Then goes weird strawberry note. Reasonable. Reasonable. Honestly, finish is not bad. We'll go 17 on finish. All right, texture out of 10. Again, carbonation has been pretty spot on. No issues with stickiness or anything like that. It's also not like lingering around in my mouth. Like sometimes you get like your mouth gets coated in some like kind of gunk. I don't have that issue. But it's still not doing any kind of thing that I really want to like give a good score for. We'll say it's like pretty expected. 7 is like the best I kind of give for this. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for like the true texture experience with these. I don't know what it is, but I can imagine it better because I've had it in whiskey. All right, so Out of 15, my personal subjective experience with this one Rockstar Tropical Mango beverage here, which, despite like, I feel like this is a good set of numbers we've given it so far because there is some good different flavors going on. The flavor intensity from palate perspective is pretty good. Aroma is like a little bit medium, but good complexity there. Some like lime elements. The issue for me is that near the back of the mid palate, the flavor goes off, and it's around the same period in time where in your mouth you're expecting to receive like bitter kind of characteristics. This is like when we're talking about whiskey, you'll get a spike in baking spices or earthiness, or sometimes like the burnt bitter log or charcoal. This part of the like beginning of the back palate, but really it starts even for me as soon as like the middle of the mid palate for this particular beverage, where like it feel like normally like artificial sweetener gunky note hits around this period, and maybe like added caffeine or or energy supplement off flavors might appear in this period, and it kind of hits in combination with the flavoring that they put in, and to me it morphs the flavor into a weird like strawberry thing. Like there's a development into strawberry, which to me, like, it does not make any sense at all. Is not my preference. It isn't necessarily, it's not objectively bad. It's kind of a weird development. But I personally don't think it works. Like it doesn't match or make sense at all. And I think they just tried to do the tropical flavor, and then in the mid to back palate, it kind of like went all gunky, but there's nothing they could do about it. And it kind of like, well, okay. So I don't know if this worked. I don't know if this worked for me. Not my preferred. And that's not to say that, like, for example, there isn't ways to do this flavor. For example, I think, if I remember right, the Mango Monster, which I haven't had in quite a while and I haven't rated yet, but I do have a can of, like, kind of pulls off mango fairly well. If I remember right, like, it's actually not too bad. This is not it. So in that way, it's an unfortunate experience that I do not want to have again. But we'll give it a 4 in case you're into like the random strawberry in the background. Not for me, but ultimately 17 and 18 and 17 and 7 and 4 is 63 out of 100. This is still good, you know, and that's a pretty good score because like it's doing a lot of things pretty well. I think the experience just sucks. Like I don't think it worked, but it's got a lot of clear. Got a lot of clear aromas, even if not that strong. Palette has again several interesting notes, and it has a development that I don't like, but maybe you'll like. Finish is good. Texture carbonation is right on. Just not a flavor profile I can jam with, and I feel like maybe a lot of people might not jam with. I don't know. My personal subjective experience with this particular profile is not good. I do not like it in the same way that, what's the one we had the other day? I can't remember, that I just did not like. Oh, the Monster Vice Guava. Did not like that flavor profile at all. But, you know, I'm not going to rate it too heavily on my subjective, like, hey, I don't like this flavor. We're going to try to rate them on its merits, perhaps if you do like the flavor. So it's still a pretty strong score at 63. This is rated better for me, for example, than Rockstar Punched Fruit Punch, which I know is a perennial favorite because it's just more interesting. It's got more things going on with it rather than red. So, yeah, not bad. Still a good